Good afternoon, Reinhardt Nation. This is Mike DeVader, Director of Athletic Communications and Media, here with the Eagles. I'm in the baseball locker room, as you can see, joined by head coach Jonathan Burton. We're going to talk about the season. Coach, welcome to another year here at Reinhardt. Kind of talk about what you got going on coming into 2020.
Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, obviously this is year two, and trying to get the right pieces that we can to get ourselves back in position to do some new things that we've never done here before, but also get us an opportunity to head back to Lewiston. That's always something that we talk about, but clearly it's not our most important goal. We want to try to do some things that we haven't done before, and we know that's going to be quite the challenge, but we're looking forward to that challenge.
That's great. And speaking of great, we're sitting here in the locker room that you've done a lot of changes in the last year and a half or so. Now we have some new changes out there on the field. Kind of talk about what you have with the press box and the field renovations and everything going at Reinhardt Baseball.
Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work. I mean, when you kind of come into a new program, you don't really know what to expect and kind of where things are. And we've had really good leadership here in the past. We've got a great athletic director that is supporting us all, and it's important for us to really enhance the brand of what we're trying to build. And in order to do that, I mean, it starts with facilities too. I mean, you can't be in a position to where you kind of stay the same. The way that this generation is and the way that people are building their programs are, people like the new gadgets, they like the new things, they like to feel the energy and the excitement. And we've worked really hard on the things that we've done on the field and to prepare it to be one of the nicer facilities that we can in our league, and hopefully that puts us in position that we can host a regional this year. That would be a great milestone for us to be able to host an opening round. And but the press box is up. It's going to be finished for our opening weekend with Lindsey Wilson, and we've got all new windscreen. We've retired Coach Pop's number. We've built this facility up in here that our guys have a place to go and be in an environment that they can be excited in. And we feel like we've done all the things that we need to do aesthetically. Now we just got to continue to get the players in here to hopefully build a championship program.
Absolutely. And now kind of changing gears a little bit and going into the aspect of the players on the field, kind of talk about your depth that you have on the team right now and any position groups that you're really excited about. Yeah,
the depth is something we feel really good about. We've tried to really work very hard on trying to make sure offensively that we can compete with some of the programs that we want to try to get to be like and emulate a little bit. And in order to do that, offensively, you've got to have some of that depth. You've got to be able to bang it out a little bit with some of these big programs. And the pitching depth is there. It's probably a little inexperienced, more than we would like it to be, but there's a lot of potential for us to really get some positive outlook in what we need to do to develop this spring. But the offensive depth for us is the key. We feel like we're going to be able to really swing the bats well this year. And, defensively this year is the same team it was a year ago. With the exception of Chandler Wold at first base, we return everybody that led the country in team defense. So we've brought in some quality transfers. We've brought in some quality high school players. But the offensive depth is probably going to be one of our most successful areas this year. We expect to be competitive defensively to keep us in games, and our pitchers are going to throw strikes and give us a chance. So 40 home games, at Ken White Field, you need to take advantage of that. So we're hopeful that our guys are excited about playing at home.
Absolutely, and you did talk about how one of your cornerstones of the team, possibly 2020, is going to be defense. But what other qualities or what other areas do you think you're excited about, and what kind of brand of baseball are you going to see on the field this year?
Well, this group, senior leadership, has been pretty good. Our seniors, I feel like, have done a really good job of buying into what we're trying to sell these kids, and I feel like that they're really investing in what we're doing. And if you want to have a successful program or a successful year, you've got to have player buy-in. Doesn't matter how much the coaches want to buy into it. The players have got to be willing to buy into that, to do the small things right, to be accountable, to hold each other accountable. And our guys, I feel like, have done that. I feel like this team reminds me a lot of some teams that I were able to coach at Lindsey Wilson that were really successful because of the buy-in from our seniors, but also the depth that we have. I think that our fans, when they are here, we've already had a lot of excitement this year from our kickoff dinner last weekend. The build-up this year of what we're wanting to be. I think the everybody can expect a very mature group. I think we're going to be a team that plays very hard. I think we're going to run the bases really well. I think we're going to bunt very well. I think we're going to have situational offense to score runs. But I think we've got guys that can hit the ball out of the park. I mean, I think that this is a baseball team that top to bottom should have a very successful season if they stay grounded and they just focus on what they got to do in terms of the classroom, the small things on the field, being good teammates, all the things that are winning attributes if we're going to be a championship program.
Well, now here in just a couple days, you got to put all that on the diamond for real this weekend against familiar foe of yours and Lindsey Wilson. Kind of talk about the challenges that they present to Reinhardt, and what are we looking forward to on your guys' end as we go to the weekend opening series of the season? Yeah,
I mean they're gonna play us hard. I mean it's obviously 7 years of my life and my family's life was there, and we had a lot of great memories and a lot of great programs or a lot of great teams that played in that program that built Lindsey up to where it is now. And Cody was an assistant of mine, and I know he's getting his feet wet in terms of getting acclimated to being a head coach, but he's going to do a good job there, and he's going to work hard at it. Ethan Utley's a guy that was there, that's their pitching coach, that was there as a player when I became a head coach, and there's still players there that I had a direct influence on coming to Lindsey Wilson, and it's going to be really good to see those guys. It's going to be a little different seeing the team that you kind of built up there as a head coach, and now you're playing against them, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I know those guys are going to be excited. I know our players are going to be excited. We've got 2 former Lindsey Wilson players that are here. So when the dust settles and the game starts, I think you're just going to see 2 teams that are playing really hard. I hope that we can come out on top. I mean, obviously that's the goal, but the biggest thing for us is just playing the way that we've practiced. We've practiced so well this year, and we're trying to be a more mature group in practice so that when the game gets here, we're able to be a mature team that can go out and execute a game plan and have success. So I feel really confident about our group, and I know they're chomping at the bit to play. And but it's going to be a fun weekend, not just this weekend, but we got a great schedule ahead for us and a lot of home games.
Yeah, and I think we have 40 home games, and that's really exciting, and I appreciate your time, and we're going to wrap things up here from the 2020 Reinhardt Baseball Preview Show here in the baseball offices and locker room. So thank you very much for joining us. For more information on Reinhardt Baseball and other athletics here at RU, please tune in to ReinhardtEagles.com.